CEO Millionaire You. And this is a series where I help you step into this energy of the CEO Millionaire You version of yourself now, no matter how much money is in your bank account. You could be a brand new business owner. You could not even have a business yet and just be thinking about it. But the whole idea is that this version of you is available to you now, and actually stepping into it and not waiting until the millions are sitting there in your bank account is the way that you're going to get the millions a lot quicker. I mean, it's basic like manifestation 101.
Yeah, I'm smiling really big, everybody, because I love this so much. I'm obsessed. Yeah, I love it when you talk about this. It's so exciting.
Yeah, it just seems to be, for me, it's a really easy way to, and I call myself woo curious. I'm not necessarily like full in on the woo. I love it and I practice it in my own life. But for me, this idea of CEO Millionaire Me is so clear and so easy to connect with that I just use it literally every single day in my business. And so I started doing the series, and what I found was these are by far my most popular videos on TikTok. I had been like playing around in my mind with the idea of potentially creating a course on this. And so once I saw that people were just gaga over this information and really loved hearing me talk about it, I decided, you know what? Yeah, I'm going to create a course around this, because I've been able to see just with like 3 or 4 maybe videos in this series how people love it so much that to me was a great indicator that if I create a course, I don't know, we'll see, but I have a feeling like people are really going to be excited about getting more of this information.
You're giving the people what they want.
I'm giving the people what they want. Exactly. Yes. Oh my gosh.
I am seriously obsessed when you talk about that topic, because it's right up my alley. It's one of my main things that connects me with you. And I'm also, what'd you say? Woo curious.
Woo curious.
Or maybe in my own life, I'm just full on. I don't, whatever. Yeah. It's fine. But it's not imaginary. It's not made up. It's not the fact that when you can shift your mindset and start thinking, feeling, and then acting like this quote unquote better, bigger, leveled up, whatever version of yourself, that it actually is effective. Like that's not just us imagining that. It literally, there's proof, there's studies on your brain,
and science.
Yeah. And it's like, so why the hell not? Plus it's fun to start like
so much fun
thinking the way that like the badass version of you thinks. Yeah. And I mean, I'm obsessed with it. When did you start talking about like that? Because you've been talking about that ever since I've known you, I feel like.
I think this grew from my openness and my desire and commitment to be really upfront and to talk about money in a way that, I think it's getting more common, but I don't necessarily always see people talking about money and specifics and like sharing the nitty-gritty about it. And I think it's such a personal decision, and I don't think there's a right or wrong way to do that. But I remember for myself, so specifically when I had first started my business, I found my first coach on Instagram. And one day she was doing a live and she was talking about a launch that she had just had. And she was speaking very openly about money and kind of giving us the breakdown of how much she made and how much she spent and what that all looked like. And she was talking about how she had a 6-figure launch. She had a launch over $100,000. And I remember so clearly at that point, like something like snapped in my brain. Like it had never occurred to me before. My brain had never had the thought that launching something and then making $100,000 from that launch was even a possibility. It really had just never occurred to me. But hearing her be so open about it and talk about it like so casually and nonchalant, she showed up as an example of what was possible for me. And I didn't even know her that well at the moment, but she just seemed like a cool chick who was doing cool things. And for me, that was the start of believing that this thing was possible for me. And I am lucky enough to now be at a point where like 6-figure launches are pretty much my baseline.